outside of the WWE Championship title picture on SmackDown Live, Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Outside of that entire situation, the one thing that we had to look forward to on Tuesday nights was, as of late, the United States Championship and that title being vacated and WWE finding a new home for the United States Championship. We all complained that the tournament was very lazily put together, that WWE didn't really offer any intrigue with the way that they set this tournament up. I even predicted the tournament and what the finals would be weeks before we even knew Dolph Ziggler was going to win the title. I've been stating that I think Jinder Mahal would have been a perfect candidate to fit the role of a mid-card act with the United States Championship. In fact, that should have been his role for the last 7 months, instead of us having to endure a disgusting reign as WWE Champion. The title did not make Jinder Mahal, and Jinder Mahal, just based on what we've seen from him, made that title even worse. But WWE put together this tournament, and all directions pointed to Bobby Roode and Jinder Mahal. There was no way, even with the complaining on Twitter, everybody that knows Xavier Woods personally, this is bullshit. Why don't they give Xavier Woods the win over Jinder Mahal? Why don't they give Xavier Woods a chance? He can shine as a WWE singles competitor. I wholeheartedly agree. I actually think Xavier Woods is the most talented of all the members in the New Day. And I mean that. I think Xavier Woods, if you break him away from the New Day, has the most potential out of all three guys to do bigger things in WWE on his own. And I hope one day he gets that opportunity. I really do. Now, WWE is probably going to take a look at Big E and then forget about Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. But I'm thinking the other way. All directions pointed to Bobby Roode and Jinder Mahal. There was no way Xavier Woods was going to beat Mahal. There was no way Mojo Rawley, no matter how slow and unentertaining the match was, there was no way Mojo Rawley was going to beat Bobby Roode. But in typical WWE fashion, we get a predictable finals with Jinder Mahal and Bobby Roode. What I did not expect is WWE to rush through the tournament. Why would you give the tournament away in one night? Why would you do the finals in the same night that you had the semifinals? That right there, I did not agree with. Because all I got was a sense of WWE wanting to get this thing over with. Like they had nothing else on the show to put in that main event spot. I don't understand WWE's logic behind that. Instead of building intrigue for the tournament, and having both guys cut a promo on each other after their match and just build a heightened sense of urgency between both guys to get that United States Championship, WWE just rushed through it. And the end product of the United States Championship tournament was a crowning moment for Bobby Roode that went nowhere. I sat there and I was like, okay. There was not 1 ounce of excitement. I didn't care. And everything just felt blah. And for me to say that about Bobby Roode, who I was a big fan of in NXT, there's a problem with that. There's a problem with that. WWE has done nothing for the viewer to make you care about Bobby Roode. They've done nothing with Bobby Roode at all. WWE brought him up from NXT after his work was fantastic in NXT. And then want to take what NXT did so perfectly and change it on the main roster and make him feel like everybody else, just like they did with Nakamura. I don't want to see this Bobby Roode. I don't want to see the Bobby Roode who's going to smile and cut a babyface promo I don't want to see the Bobby Roode who's going to shake little kids' hands and carries old women groceries to the fucking car because they can't do it themselves. I don't want to see this Bobby Roode. The Bobby Roode I want to see is the one down in NXT where he was throwing tissues at Roderick Strong, telling him that he was a B-plus player. Not only in the ring, but with his wife in bed. Hey, honey, you want to know what a real man is? Right here. That's the Bobby Roode I want to see. Not this fucking shit. And then in typical WWE fashion, I don't believe I'm going to say this, the wrong man won last night. JD, are you okay? Do you have fever? No, I'm perfectly okay. Jinder Mahal was the right man to win that title last night. And I don't know why they didn't do it. The whole storyline with Bobby Roode last night was that his ribs were injured. Yet the babyface won? And you give the babyface a crowning moment on a shit edition of SmackDown Live in a tournament that you rushed? Yet I'm supposed to care. WWE has no value in making a moment. They think a moment is John Cena winning 17 world titles at WrestleMania. They think a moment is Roman Reigns spearing The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That ain't a moment to me. A moment for Bobby Roode would have been him losing and him chasing Jinder Mahal through WrestleMania season for the title and making a glorious moment at WrestleMania to win the world, to win the United States Championship. No, but you want to give the babyface the crowning moment here on SmackDown Live instead of giving the heel the one-up and having the babyface chase. I don't know why they did what they did last night. I honestly don't. Now, I don't know what they're doing next week. They might book the rematch for next week, and they might give the title to Jinder Mahal, just based on the fact that they know they fucked up. This entire tournament was a waste of time. The wrong man won last night, and yes, I wholeheartedly believe that Jinder Mahal should have won the United States Championship. Jinder Mahal should have been the United States Champion all this time. They messed up with Bobby Roode to a point where I just don't care. And the moment last night, whatever they tried to portray last night, just fell flat on its face. It wasn't good writing. It wasn't good creative. They had all the makings of a Jinder Mahal win last night with the injury to Bobby Roode's ribs in the match with Mojo Rawley. And they didn't do it. They figured, let's send the crowd home happy. But what you really did is you made a big moment for Bobby Roode feel unimportant. Waste of everybody's time. What is also a waste of everybody's time is the hype for the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, I mentioned on my Monday Night Raw review that I love to see WWE just cut away with the picture-in-picture about who's going to be entering the Royal Rumble and who's going to be in the Royal Rumble. I don't know. Why don't we go back into the time machine and just have the fucking spinner and have guys pick out a number, right? Instead of doing this generic Royal Rumble build that they're doing, or lack thereof, I should say, why don't we just have guys use the tumbler every week and start picking numbers out, you know? All throughout the show, have a guy pick a number out. If he's happy with it, he's excited. If he's not happy with it, like I mentioned, he's like fucking Ted DiBiase, looking to buy a higher number. WWE's lack of Royal Rumble build is sad, but it is also expected. I understand that WWE doesn't really need to build the Royal Rumble because it's 30 of their guys in one ring on one night, and that the real plans for WrestleMania really aren't set into motion until the Royal Rumble has concluded. But that doesn't mean you can just get by putting on sloppy television. WWE attempted to build the Women's Royal Rumble last night with some of the worst promos I have ever seen in my entire life. And they were all done through a cell phone. Is this the cell phone promo era? For some, it worked out. For the women, it was absolutely reach for my remote control and shut the television off. That's how bad it was. How can you expect me to believe that Lana is going to cut a promo on how she's going to win the Royal Rumble? How do you expect me to sit there and believe Lana is going to win the Royal Rumble? I mean, are you fucking out of your mind? How do you expect me to sit there and listen to Tamina speak about how she's going to win the Royal Rumble? Are you out of your fucking mind? I don't even give WWE an A for effort here. This should have never even been done. Just the entire aspect of the cell phone, angle. And yes, I seen Ruby Riott possibly looking at a cue card. I don't know what the fuck she was looking at. Everything just looked awful. Everything just looked awful. WWE's Royal Rumble build this year has been one of the worst I think I've ever sat through. Really. And a lot of that has to do with this announcement of the Women's Royal Rumble. I still don't find any interest in it. Ronda Rousey, I'm hearing, is now officially signed with the WWE. She'll probably be in the Royal Rumble. She will probably be in the Royal Rumble. That's the one thing we got to look forward to. Other than that, WWE has done nothing for these women, no favors to these women to make them look even remotely interesting going into the Royal Rumble. You're making everyone look worse by doing what you're doing. There's no competitive aspect. There's none whatsoever. None. And I didn't get any sense of every woman for himself with any of those promos. It just came off as a lighthearted joke. Hi, look at us. We got a Royal Rumble now. Let's do what the men are doing. There's no sense of urgency. There's no sense of winning. There's no sense of, I want that championship match at WrestleMania. None of that. It comes off as fucking absolutely soulless. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel about the Women's Rumble. And another 6-woman tag. Are you fucking out of your mind? I didn't even watch it. And then you want me to care about a Women's Royal Rumble. But they're doing another 6-woman tag team match. I'm supposed to care about Paige, right? Oh, Paige had the potential to be the greatest of all time. Why? How? By putting her in a 6-man tag every fucking week? SmackDown is worse than Raw. At 3 hours, Raw is unbearable. SmackDown makes me wish that there wasn't wrestling on Tuesday night. This show sucks. Whoever's in charge of this show has got to go. They have to go. This show has absolutely no direction whatsoever. And don't tell me, well, they don't have really much to work on because it's the Royal Rumble. This show has been like this for most of 2017. Nothing on this show was remotely interesting. United States Championship fell flat on its face. The hype for the Women's Royal Rumble makes me want to vomit. Another 6-woman tag, who the fuck cares? I think the best thing about this show was Baron Corbin's promo cut from his cell phone. SmackDown is just god-awful television. They need to change something real fast. They need a new formula. They need something to spice this show up. I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't felt this low about a Royal Rumble in years. In years. And then there's the idea of Roman Reigns or John Cena winning the Royal Rumble. I'm hearing Batista could win the Royal Rumble. That's all we need. The fucking proverbial cherry on the cake. How do we make things worse? There you go. Not only did we get a terrible build, we're going to have a terrible WrestleMania season. Because there's a 73-year-old senile fuck running this company who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Show sucks. I barely even wanted to come on here and do this fucking review. Show started off with Xavier Woods versus Jinder Mahal. United States Championship Tournament match. Big E and Kofi Kingston are on the outside. We got the Singh brothers on the outside with Jinder Mahal. Like I said, Xavier Woods is a talented individual. And I think Xavier Woods has the most breakaway potential of the New Day. So the winner of this match will go on to face the winner of Bobby Roode versus Mojo Rawley. Show starts off with an election-type podium in the middle of the ring. Kofi talks about how the freedom of the United States is on the line tonight as Woods takes on the modern-day Maharaja, and they made fun of Maharaja. They go on taking shots at Jinder Mahal and get the fans to do a vote. Woods asks the fans to lend him their strength so he can defeat Jinder and go on to become the new United States champion. They got pancakes on the podium. I still don't know where the pancakes have come from with the whole New Day act, nor do I care. This match really didn't do anything for me, man, because I knew what the outcome was going to be going into this match. So it's kind of tough for me to just sit there and lose myself in a match when I kind of know the outcome already before we even get on with this tournament. You know? Woods has a beautiful missile dropkick off the top rope. He goes after Jinder Mahal. Woods nails a big right, drops Jinder. Jinder fights back. Woods drops him with an enziguri. Woods keeps control of the match, hits a shining wizard. The Singh brothers notice that Mahal is in trouble. They get on the apron. Big E runs into the ring, and so does Kofi, and they chase the Singh brothers to the back. So now neither the New Day or the Singh brothers are going to be a factor in this match. So I'm like, okay, now Jinder's got to win on his own. There you go. Woods with a belly-to-back suplex on Jinder, near fall. Woods waits for Jinder to get up. Woods goes to the top, walks the top rope, misses that big elbow drop. Jinder launches Woods into the bottom rope. Referee checks on him. He pulled a Enzo Amore, Simon Gotch deal, but it wasn't as brutal. So he gets choked up on the bottom rope. Jinder starts, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. It looked like he was building some type of superpower up. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. It's like he was playing Street Fighter. If Jinder Mahal was a Street Fighter character, he was getting his super up. He was taunting somebody. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Fans start booing him. Jinder picks up Woods, nails the Colossus, which looked pretty good last night. I'll give him that. The Woods sold the Colossus very well. Jinder wins 1, 2, 3, advances to the finals, which we thought was next week. We'll get to that in a second. Jinder Mahal wins. He advances to go on to fight the winner of Bobby Roode and Mojo Rawley. Yawn. We get Bobby Roode and Mojo Rawley in the next match. My God, was this match fucking boring, man. Jesus fucking Christ. WWE legitimately tried to make this match competitive. Really. And I don't know who on what planet would think that Mojo Rawley getting in some offense on Bobby Roode would lend them to believe that this guy would actually win this match. They even played up the fact that Mojo Rawley injured or bruised Bobby Roode's ribs. The ribs were the storyline of this match. Even then, I knew it wasn't going to be a factor. Now, little did I know that this match would lead to the finals the very same night. That's why I thought Bobby Roode was going to lose the finals, because of what happened in this match, and that he would be okay next week. But they legitimately tried to sell you that Mojo Rawley had a fighting chance in this match. On a normal day, I would take you up on that and say, yeah, you know what? It was decent storytelling for a guy that I have no interest in. But the fact that I knew what the outcome was going to be, whatever story that you tried to tell was utterly useless. This was a waste of everybody's time. And nobody gives a shit about Mojo Rawley. And what is with his theme music? It is fucking god-awful. This match was a waste of everybody's time. Mojo injures the ribs. Roode tries to come back. He grounds Roode. Continues to work on the ribs. Roode makes a comeback. Hits a neck breaker. Hits a blockbuster. Mojo blocks a glorious DDT. Right? And normally, what I hate, and these are little things that I pick up on. If you're going to go for your finisher, go for the finisher and do it in a swift motion. What's with everybody? Bray Wyatt does it too. Like, if you're going to hit a Sister Abigail, or if you're going to hit a glorious DDT, get the guy in the fucking hold and execute the move. Bobby Roode and Bray Wyatt, like I said, does the same thing. He goes for Sticerabula, he starts looking around, right? Bobby Roode hits the glorious DDT, puts his hand in the air. Just hit the fucking move. You're injured, and you're motioning to the crowd that you're going for the glorious DDT. Just do the glorious DDT. I don't understand it. I really don't get it. Goes for a glorious DDT. Mojo blocks it, and he drives Roode face first into the mat. Mojo thought he was going to win there. Can't believe it. Slams Roode back into the corner. Some more trash talking. Oh, Bobby, did I injure your ribs? Did I hurt your ribs, Bobby? Mojo charges in the corner. Roode gets the boot up. Roode catches Mojo with a big spine buster. Roode calls for it, hits the glorious DDT, and advances to the finals, which I thought was next week, but no, it was not. After the match, Roode celebrates, holding his ribs. The Singh brothers come from behind and attack. This, I thought, was going to set up the match for next week, and that Jinder was going to talk trash about Bobby Roode. At least get some storyline behind it. Why each one of them wants the United States Championship. What are each going to do to go to the lengths to take that United States Championship? They beat Roode down, but Roode clears the ring. Jinder watches from the ramp. Singh brothers go back up the ramp and join Jinder. Roode recovers. Jinder says he will put an end to Bobby Roode's glorious charade next week and become the new United States champion. Roode stands in the ring, calls for a mic. Roode says that they don't have to wait till next week. Roode suggests that they do the match tonight. So Daniel Bryan comes from behind and says that the match will take place tonight. It will be Jinder Mahal and Bobby Roode for the United States Championship in the main event. There you go. WWE, rush, rush, rush. They get the United States Championship tournament over with. AJ Styles had a very, very scripted and cringe-like promo in the back with Renee Young, where he has a message for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. He is now calling them both Cammy. Whoever wrote this promo for AJ Styles, please turn in your pen and walk the other way. Please, never to return. God-awful promo. This is AJ Styles addressing both Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
AJ, Sami and Kevin seem to be brimming with confidence heading into your 2-on-1 handicap match at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, well, they should be overconfident. I mean, they have a huge advantage. It's 3 against 1. Well, let me explain myself. There's Sami, then I count Kevin as 2 people. And this annoying yep. Oh my God, they sound like some deranged Muppets. Yep, 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 yep. You know what I'm talking about? How about nope? I mean, these guys are one and the same. They're just like each other. Kevin, Sami, Sami, Kevin, Cammy, Sami. I just call them Cammy? Cammy. You know what? I'm going to refer to them as Cammy from now on. That sounds good. And the very thought of Cammy being co-champions makes me want to spew my guts out. But I didn't get to this, point in my career from not facing challenge. No, I got to this point from overcoming obstacles. And I'm going to make sure, in fact, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure this make-believe, this made-up yep movement comes to an end. Because at the Royal Rumble, they're not just facing anyone. They're facing the WWE champion. This ain't the Cammy show. This right here is Smackdown Live. The house that AJ Styles built.
Oh my God, man. Just one of AJ's worst promos, dude. I don't know. I just don't know, man. I don't know if it's just the way I'm feeling overall, that I just don't have any fucking interest in this. I just don't care, man. This show was awful last night. That was a terrible promo. Cringe-worthy by AJ Styles. Randy Orton had a Twitter video. He talked about how he thrives in the chaos of the Royal Rumble. God forbid we get another Randy Orton title run going into WrestleMania 34. Charlotte, Becky, and Naomi versus the Riot Squad. What would you like me to say? Didn't we see this last week? Didn't we see this the week prior? Didn't we see this for the entire month of December? Yes, we did. But you expect me to care, right? Sure. Riot Squad wins. No more to say about this repetitive garbage. Dasha Fuentes was backstage with the Usos. I don't know which one it was. I think it was Jimmy Uso, who was taken in on a DUI charge in Texas. We'll talk about that on Off the Script this weekend. WWE's looking into it right now. They were apparently on the show tonight, so it must not be that serious. Won't be the first time anybody got a DUI. But maybe this opens the door for WWE to get the titles on Rusev Day. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Dasha Fuentes, Dasha Bot, Android 3.0 is backstage with the Usos, asking how they feel about their 2 out of 3 falls match against Chad Gable. She just does not feel comfortable in asking anything to anybody. It's like she's struggling to get the words out. Like she don't even know what a 2 out of 3 falls match is. Why is she even there? Was she running low on power? Did they forget to charge her batteries before she picked up the goddamn microphone? 2 out of 3 falls match against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin at the Royal Rumble. They take shots at Gable and Benjamin, calling them chumps. The Usos go on until Gable and Benjamin attack them from behind. Gable and Benjamin taunt them. The Usos called them chumps. And we have the team of Gable and Benjamin calling the Usos former champs. So they will be looking to take those titles from the Usos at the Royal Rumble. The United States Championship Tournament Finals, Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal. I didn't care about anything leading up to this point, and I didn't give a shit about this match. I didn't. So we got Jinder Mahal clearly doing what a heel should be doing, and that is working on what Mojo started earlier in the evening, working on the ribs. Jinder works on Bobby's ribs. Roode finally catches a break late in the match, throws Jinder to the floor. Roode hits a flying clothesline off the apron. Roode brings it back into the ring, goes to the top. Roode goes for a crossbody. Jinder rolls through for a 2 count. Roode turns it around and manages to hit a blockbuster from the second rope. Roode with a close 2 count. Back and forth. Jinder blocks the glorious DDT. Gets a 2 count on Roode. Both of them go down. Bryan is on the outside with Shane McMahon. Roode catches Jinder in a big spine buster. Jinder counters again, rolls Roode up for a 2. Roode blocks the Colossus, hits the glorious DDT for the title win. One of the most uneventful and one of the most fall on your face flat just endings that you could possibly conceive for a SmackDown Live. Am I happy for Bobby Roode? Yes, I'm happy for Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode is fantastic at what he does. Bobby Roode at 40 years old looks great. Bobby Roode has the potential to be the biggest fucking heel on this brand if they let him thrive in what got him here in his short run in WWE. This, I think, was a mistake. I think giving Bobby Roode the win at WrestleMania in front of that crowd, instead of a dead crowd wherever the fuck that they were last night, having Jinder win the title was the right choice. And yes, I mean that, because I've been stating it all year. Jinder should have been the United States champion. Bobby Roode shouldn't even be in this role. Bobby Roode's in a role right now that he's just not thriving in. And instead of giving the heel the win here and having the babyface chase and giving me some old school feel and having that big glorious moment for Bobby Roode at WrestleMania, they gave him his moment on a random edition of SmackDown Live and it fell flat on its face. So what do we get now? Where does Dolph Ziggler fit into all this? That's the next piece to this puzzle. We got a new United States champion. Ziggler never lost it. Certainly he's going to come back and proclaim that he's the real United States champion, because that's where that's where this road is going here. You know? So no matter who the champion is, they're going to have to face Dolph Ziggler somewhere down the line. After the match, Roode takes the title, celebrates with his music playing. Bryan and Shane hold Bobby Roode's hands up in the air and present Roode the title as SmackDown goes off the air. Very, very lazy edition of SmackDown Live, and it's not going to get better, man. It's just not going to get better. WWE really needs to pick up the pace here as we get into WrestleMania season. This show needs the biggest shot of adrenaline, I think, that there could possibly ever be. Right now, the show has nothing going for it. Everything on this show, outside of whatever intrigue is left with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan, this show is every single week just producing unentertaining, unenthusiastic, uncreative television. And if you don't believe me, if you want to sit here and tell me that, oh, JD, I can't watch you anymore, I'm unsubscribing, all you do is complain, then you have set some of the worst fucking standards. You have extremely low standards. Why do I complain? Look at the amount of talent on this show. Look at the lack of creativity on this show. Why am I supposed to be happy about it? I've been watching WWE for 30 years. I think I got a fucking right to complain about what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing. This show sucks. That's your SmackDown review. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for notifications. Harrys.com/script. Get your free razor set. We got a $13 value you guys are getting for free, man. All you got to do is pay the shipping and handling. Razor blade, razor handle, razor protective case, and shave gel. You're going to get all that just for $2 or $3, man. Sign up. Pay the shipping and the handling. It'll be delivered like that. You're going to have the best shave of your life. Harrys.com/script. Make sure you guys get your t-shirts. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. And make sure you guys get your free audibletrial.com. Audibletrial.com/offthescript. 30 days free of Audible service. That's 1 month free plus 1 free audiobook of your choice, man. I'll be back with whatever we got going on. Apparently, Roman Reigns and his name is being dropped in some steroid scandal. I'll be talking about that because I'm sure you guys are going to want to hear my opinion on that. And it's not exactly what you expect of me. But we got a lot of news heading into the weekend, so I will be back with some more news and rumors this week, man. Thank you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys back here for more WWE content right here on the channel. I'll talk to you later.